Hello, my name is Dr. Apollo. So today we'll be discussing the segment of business management, particularly the McKinsey 7% assessment grid. So without any further ado, let's start. So the McKinsey 7S is basically a strategy. It is a framework used by many businesses from the management organization McKinsey. The McKinsey 7S framework is a management model used by McKinsey company consultant Tom Peters and Robert Watley. Remember their book, In Search of Excellence. He's a landmark management guru during the 80s. It focused the 7 internal elements of an organization to ensure strategic alignment and performance. The 7S are notably the strategy, structure, system, style, staff, and skills. No? So strategy, the plan, device to maintain and build competitive advantage. Strategy, the, the main way, structure, the way the organization is structured, hierarchy reporting, for the speed of the transaction, and daily activities and procedures that used to get the job done. So the work, that is the what we call hard elements. The soft elements have style, no? The core values, culture, and beliefs. No? Leadership, approach, and management style. The way they treat the system, the people, and everything else. The staff type and number of employees and general capabilities, their skills, level of competencies. Actual skills and competencies of the organizational employees, no? from the uh, from the front of line, technical and staff, managers and professionals. Examples: tech startup using the 7S framework. So they have what we call elements, strategy, structure, systems, and values, styles, and soft skills. No? For example, in the strategy, focus on the rapid market entry. Application adapt agile. Agile means is more than we call it uh, it's like uh, a structure that are hard to follow. No? Development to bring MVPs to market. Mission vision, okay, to market quickly. Structure plus organizational structure encourages fast decision making and open communication. So use Slack, Jira, and OKRs, no? Enhances workflow collaboration and performance. These are the systems, no? How the marketing, production, accounting, logistics, no? Interact in a way that bring about the cash profit. Shared values, innovation, and user first mindset. Guides hiring and customer experience priority. So that's the real world example. Then the shared values, okay, and then style, servant leadership. Leadership coach and empower rather than command. Staff small, multi-skilled teams, enable versatile and responsiveness. That is the application. Okay, so by the way, agile means flexibility, more than flexibility. That's agile. Agile is just a flexibility, but more than that is more than flexibility is with the term they call it agile. So skills is emphasis on data analytics uh, and design. Okay, user design reflects the company's digital and user-centric strategic priorities. Application of McKinsey to have organizational change use align different areas with structuring or project. Take note of that. Strategy implementation ensures all components are in sync when rolling out your strategy. So anyway, these are just the guidance. Performance improvement helps identify misalignment that cause inefficiencies or conflicts. Cultural transformation aids in changing behavior and values across the business. And assess compatibility and integration points between two organizations. So these are our references. Okay, so without one, let's move on to another thing. Let's talk about the other thing, assessment. Huh? So in the assessment, that is evaluation. So used by the organization. So capability assessment grid means there is a what we call stages, no? Or some sort of choices options. No? This is a grid strategic tool used to evaluate and compare the capabilities of an organization. So yeah, comparing that means with the other, no? Or individual across different levels, helping to identify strengths, weaknesses, areas, and development. This is different from this one. So assessment grid capability is particularly useful in strategic planning, competitive analysis, and resource allocation. Why planning? Because it rolled out the direction, the path, so that the people, man-machine methods can have to roll on, and at the end, will get what the organization wanted, the objective. That's a strategy. So we have capability area, current capabilities, target capabilities, gap. So example, application and source. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So and anyway, this another assessment. So in terms of leadership, for example, 3, target is 5, there is a gap. So they have to work on this one. So that means closing to the target. Example, mid-level manager, lack of strategic vision. So they have to work on leadership, application leadership development program. So according to that. In terms of technology, there's a gap. So the example is a low cloud adoption rate. The application is invest in cloud-based ERP system so that it will have the universal accessing. Customer engagement, there's a gap. This target is the target is here's the target and then capability, and then there's a 2, no? So that is a good customer service but limited personalization. Use of AI chatbots possible according to this author. Innovation, there's a gap. R&D budget limited to incremental innovations labs, no? According to this. Operational efficiency, there's a gap. Strong logistics, but application, strong logistics, but slow decision making. So, Lean Six Sigma. So the application strategic planning helps align capability with strategic goals and identify where to allocate resources for growth. So that's what they want. Growth in market, increasing sales. Competitive benchmarking. Organizations can compare their capabilities with with those of competitors, and then to understand their relative position. For example, in the Fortune 500, there's a top company. So how far you are the company in terms of that Fortune 500, in terms of leadership, customer service, marketing, sales, R&D, and so on and so forth. So you will see the gap, and then you have to work on the gap to close you to a uh, the best company to, or if not at least closer, because at the time you're getting the closer the gap, close the gap, they already move on. So that's the leadership. So leaders company can move on because they are the target of, many companies. No? Change management used to prioritize initiative that close capabilities gaps during transformation projects. So that one, change management usually, why change for the better, no? Because leadership have found a risk or a danger, no? So they have to avoid that one. Or they find the opportunity, they have to size the opportunity. So they have to change. So that's why change is very important. And it's the only permanent in this world. Talent management identifies skills, gaps, and training needs across the department. So to reach the target, we need people, but people, we need to, it's the one-man process. Okay, so are the references na. Okay. So along these segments, we discussed two things, McKinsey 7S and then this topic, which is the assessment tool. So we continue on the next segment of our business operation that you may find useful in your career someday. So thank you for having with me. So